Hello everybody, welcome to this next video. In the last video we saw this result, that dimension of u plus w, where u and w are two subspaces of a vector space V, is equal to dimension of u plus dimension of w minus dimension of u intersection w. So this is what we have seen in the last video. Now we will discuss some of the results, some of the applications of this result. We can verify this result, so let us do some verifications. Suppose you have R2 as your vector space V, and in that space you have U as your xy plane, or R3 as your vector space V, and I'm taking xy plane as my U and W as my yz plane, right? Then we can clearly see that intersection of xy and yz plane is y-axis, and dimension of xy plane we know is 2, and dimension of yz plane is also 2 because they are R2, right? And a dimension of y-axis is 1, right? And dimension of R3 is 3. Now you can see that, and here we can also note that u plus w is actually v R3, right? You can see that if you add xy and yz plane, you will get whole of the r cube space. So here we have u plus w is r cube, so dimension of r cube should be equal to dimension of u plus dimension of w minus dimension of u intersection w, according to the last result. Now if you put the dimension of u is 2, dimension of w is 2, this is 1, so you get 3, and here also the dimension is 3, so you can verify, right? One more verification I'll do for you people. You can take again your v as r cube, right? Then you can take u as your xy plane. This is your dimension of u is 2, and then you can take w as z axis, and because this is z axis, so dimension of w is 1. And if you look at the intersection, you know, xy plane, when you take intersection with z axis, there is only one element in common, that is 0 0 0. So intersection is only one element, and we know that the dimension of this vector subspace, 0 is a trivial vector space, so its dimension is 0, right? And also you can note that u plus w is whole of r cube, so dimension of r cube should be equal to dimension of u plus dimension of w minus dimension of u intersection w. Here dimension of u is 2, dimension of w is 1, dimension of u intersection w is 0, so this is 3, and on the left hand side also you have 3. So now you can see these things are matching, right? So this is how you can verify. Now let us do one problem which is based on the dimensions of the subspaces. So you have example, this is a large example. You can have, in your exams you may have parts of this question. Take v3, v is equal to p3. Now you all know what is p3 is a subspace, a space of all polynomials of degree less than equal to 3. Space of all polynomials of degree less than equal to 3, right? So you have, this is a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube, where ai are real numbers, and we know that the dimension of p3 is 4. We already saw that dimension of pn is n plus 1, right? Okay, fine. Now question is that in this subspace you take u as all those polynomials where p1 is 0, all those polynomials which vanish at 1, and take w as all those polynomials in p3, obviously we are taking subsets, subspaces, right, where the p a prime, that is the first derivative of p at 1, vanishes, right? The question is, study the subspaces u v w, u intersection w, u plus w in terms of dimension, basis, right? And for each subspace, extend the basis to a basis of P3. Right. Okay. Let us see. First of all, we'll study U, and we want to know what is the dimension and basis for U. U is all those polynomials. Let us take our polynomial as alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square plus delta x cube, such that polynomial value at 1 is 0. It means that if you put 1 here, you will get 0. So you get alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta equal to 0. Here you can write 1, say alpha in terms of other, beta minus gamma minus delta. So you will get your space as, in place of alpha you will write minus beta minus gamma minus delta plus beta x plus gamma x square plus delta x cube, where beta, gamma and delta are real numbers. So you will get it as minus, you will get beta into x minus 1 plus gamma into x square minus 1 plus delta into x cube minus 1, where alpha, beta, gamma and delta are real numbers. So this is span of the vectors x minus 1, x square minus 1, x cube minus 1. Can you see that? Here you see, this is, what is this? This is linear combination of these three elements, x minus 1, x square minus 1, x cube minus 1. So this set is nothing but span of these three vectors. Now if these three vectors are linearly independent, if these three vectors are linearly independent, then we get a basis for U, because that is the definition for basis. Right. Okay. So let us check for linearly independent. For that, you multiply first element with alpha 1, second element with alpha 2, third element with alpha 3, and put it equal to 0. Now 0 is actually 0 plus 0x plus 0x square plus 0x cube. You can just compare the coefficients. Now you see on the left hand side, the constant is minus alpha 1 minus alpha 2 minus alpha 3 equal to 0. Coefficient of x is alpha 1 equal to 0. Coefficient of x square is alpha 2 equal to 0. And coefficient of alpha x cube is alpha 3. So you get alpha 1 equal to alpha 2 equal to alpha 3 equal to 0. Therefore, it implies x minus 1, these three polynomials, they are linearly independent. Therefore, x minus 1, x square minus 1, x cube minus 1 is a basis for U. Right? So now number of elements in the basis is dimension. Therefore, dimension of U, which is equal to number of elements in the basis, not the basis, because there are so many bases, in a basis is equal to 3, because this is 1, 2, 3. Now next part says extend it to a basis of P3. Now that is interesting. You see, you have this situation. This is P3 is your space, larger space, and inside this you have U. Now you know that dimension of P3 is 4, and here you just saw the dimension of U is 3. Right? Now you want a basis for P3. So what we will do, we'll just add one more element which is not in the span. Right? It means that if this is U, you take one element from outside, which will make 4 linearly independent elements, because 4 linearly independent elements will make a basis for P3. Now you look at this. Now can you think, if you have a constant polynomial, can you write that in terms of these three polynomials? Answer is no, because in each of these polynomials there is a x or x square or x cube. So you cannot write. So it can be observed, a constant polynomial, and the simplest constant polynomial is 1, cannot be written as linear combination of whatever are these three elements. This you have to observe, right? X minus 1, x square minus 1, x cube minus 1. Therefore, 1, x minus 1, we are adding this element 1 to the set. X square minus 1, x cube minus 1 is linearly independent. Okay, so you now have a linearly independent set having 4 elements, and 4 is equal to dimension of P3. Therefore, it is a basis for P3. Therefore, it is a basis for P3. Right. Now, similarly, you can proceed for W. Okay. Similar thing you have to do for W. Let us do. W is all those polynomials such that derivative of polynomial at 1 is 0. Right. Now your polynomial you have supposed as alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square plus delta x cube. This is your polynomial. So p dash x will be, derivative with respect to x will be beta plus 2 gamma x plus 3 delta x square. Now p dash at 1 will be beta plus 2 gamma plus 3 delta. Right, and this is equal to 0. It implies beta equal to minus 2 gamma minus 3 delta. So your W looks like px such that alpha, and in place of beta you will write minus 2 gamma minus 3 delta x plus you have gamma x square plus delta x cube, where alpha, gamma and delta are real numbers. Right, now you can just write it as this is of the form, right, this is equal to, okay, fine. So your polynomial looks like alpha plus gamma into x square minus 2x plus delta into x cube minus 3x, where alpha, gamma and delta are real numbers. Fine. Okay, now you can see here that this is a span of, this here is a span of 1 alpha into 1 plus gamma into this, a polynomial plus delta into this. So this is span of 1 comma x square minus 2x comma x cube minus 3x. Now if you check, if you check for linearly independent set, then it means that this is a basis, right? So for linearly independent, you will multiply first element with 1, second element with first element with alpha, second with beta, third with gamma, and you'll put it equal to 0, and you'll try to find out the value of alpha, beta, gamma. Here you can easily see that here if you compare the coefficient, alpha is 0, then coefficient of x is minus 2 beta minus 3 gamma equal to 0, right? And then you have coefficient of x square, that will be beta equal to 0, and coefficient of x cube gamma equal to 0. This gives you alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 0. Fine. Therefore, set is linearly independent. Therefore, you get a basis for W. W has a basis containing 1, this element x square minus 2x, and the other element x cube minus 3x. Now number of elements in the basis, that will be the dimension. Therefore dimension of W, which is equal to number of elements of the basis in the basis is equal to 3. Fine. Okay. Now the question is, extend it to a basis of P3. Extend it to a basis of P3. For that you need a polynomial which is not in the span already, and here you have to guess that what is not in the span already. Now you see, if I have a vector polynomial x that cannot be written as linear combination of these three. Why? Because from this you cannot make x. If you want to make x from this, then you have to include x square, and x square is not here, so you cannot cancel that x square. So simply x cannot be written as linear combination of these three vectors, is not in the span. Therefore this 1x x square minus 2x x cube minus 3x is an extended basis of P3. Basis for P3. Fine. Okay. Now let us look at the U intersection W thing. U intersection W is all those polynomials where polynomial vanishes at 1 and its derivative vanishes at 1. Fine. Okay, so if we assume our polynomial as alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square plus delta x cube, then we want p of 1 equal to 0 and p dash of 1 equal to 0. That will give you alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta equal to 0. there alpha will be minus beta minus gamma minus delta. This will give you beta plus 2 gamma plus 3 delta equal to 0. This will give you beta equal to minus 2 gamma minus 3 delta. Therefore, the set U intersection W looks like alpha. In place of alpha, I am writing minus beta minus gamma minus delta, plus beta. In place of beta, I am writing minus 2 gamma minus 3 delta x plus gamma x square plus delta x cube, where gamma and delta are real numbers. And here again you replace your beta with the value minus 2 gamma minus 3 delta. Ultimately this you will get gamma plus 2 delta plus minus 2 gamma minus 3 delta x plus gamma x square plus delta x cube, where gamma and delta are real numbers, right? Now you write it in terms of gamma and delta. So gamma minus 1 minus 2x plus x square plus delta into 2 minus 3x plus x cube, where gamma and delta are real numbers. Now this is equal to span of this element and this element. So 1 minus 2x plus x square comma 2 minus 3x plus x cube, right? So this is your U intersection W. Now if you can prove that these two are linearly independent, if you can prove that, then you are done. So you will take first with alpha, second with beta, right? You try to find out the value of alpha and beta. You compare the coefficient. Constants are alpha plus 2 beta equal to 0. Coefficient of x are minus 2 alpha minus 3 beta equal to 0. Coefficient of x square is alpha. Coefficient of x cube is beta. So you get alpha equal to beta equal to 0. Therefore this set is linearly independent, therefore forms a basis. Therefore basis of U intersection W is 1 minus 2x plus x square comma 2 minus 3x plus x cube, and dimension is 2. Fine. So this is what we got, right? Okay, now you are asked to extend it to a basis of P3. Extend it to a basis of P3. For that you need two elements which are not in the span, right? This is an exercise for you. You can check that x square and x cube are not in the span, right? This is your exercise, and it is very easy to guess because you know x square is here. If you want to include this thing x square, then for sure the coefficient here should be non-zero, and but you cannot cancel all other terms from here, right? You can try that. So therefore extended basis for P3 is already you had these two elements, 1 minus 2x plus x square, 2 minus 3x plus x cube. You include in it x square and x cube. So this is an extended basis for P3, and obviously dimension of P3 is 4. Now finally if you look at U plus W, right? U plus W, we know that this is every element is, if you talk about the dimension, then that will be dimension of U plus dimension of W plus dimension of U intersection W, right? Now this is, we just saw this is 3, this is 3, and this is 2, right? So you'll get this is 4. So dimension of U plus W is 4, right? And obviously U plus W is a subset of P3, therefore, and its dimension is also 4, therefore U plus W in this case is actually P3. And you are asked to find out a basis. We know our standard basis for P3, so you can save lots of work. So this is the basis for U plus W, right? This is not unique. You can go by another way and you can get another basis for U plus W. So this is how you can do the problems for a dimension of subspaces, right? In a separate playlist, I have a playlist for questions. There we will discuss more questions on like the same topic. Now with this we are finished with this first chapter of linear algebra, that is vector spaces. Now from next video onwards we are going to start with the next topic that is very important, and the topic is called linear transformations.